My name is Shanntti if you guys don't already know. And as you can tell by the title of this video, we're just gonna get into how to get booked as a makeup artist. This is real life, real things that I'm actually still doing and have been doing for the past couple years. So I'm gonna stop chatting and we're gonna get straight into it. So if you see me looking down, it's because I have notes here. I have a whole notebook full of just YouTube stuff. Just disclaimer, I love YouTube. I've been wanting to start YouTube for a very long time. I don't know how long, but for a very long time, and I just really never got around to it, but I always thought about it. You know, like how something always just stay on your mind, like if you want a new bag or if you want to go on a trip, right? It's just always on your mind, but you just never get around to it. So that's literally how I feel about YouTube, and I'm just so excited that I now get the time to actually be here and be committed. These past couple months has been a lot, but I'm back in full effect. Okay, number one I have on my list for how to get booked is social media. So social media has been the number one thing for a very long time. I've been actually doing makeup back since I was in high school, and at the time the popular social media was Facebook. So I used to post on Facebook all the time, and that's pretty much how I got the world to see my work. Nowadays, when I moved to a new city, I had nothing but social media to kind of promote myself and to meet other vendors and other businesses on social media. So I would say definitely take advantage of it. Don't just use TikTok, don't just use Instagram, don't just use Facebook, kind of use all of them. I've gotten a lot of clients. Actually, my first wedding in Orlando was from a woman I met in Facebook. You know, the groups that they have, I think it was Orlando wedding vendors or something like that. And it was this bride who she posted she was looking for a makeup artist, and I swear to you, there was so many comments on this particular post. So I just went and I DM'd her. I let her know that I was new here from New York, and you know, I was willing to take on the wedding. And this was my biggest wedding. She had 12 people that I knocked out, and it was just a great time. So shout outs to Miss Tiffany for being my first client. I would forever be grateful for her. She was amazing. Everything was just easy going that day. And I'm a makeup artist that works pretty fast, especially if I'm focused. If I'm talking and all that, I'm definitely gonna be a little slower. But once I'm focused, once I know that I really don't have time to chit chat for real, I get down to business, and I could do a face within 30 minutes. So yeah, I would definitely say use social media to your advantage. TikTok has never really worked for me, and I've been on TikTok for years. TikTok has never really worked for me, so I kind of stopped putting so much effort into TikTok. I feel when it comes to social media, you gotta really go where you're loved, right? So if you notice that on YouTube, for example, YouTube Shorts, you get more views there than TikTok, then, you know, put more effort into YouTube. Instagram, then Facebook, put more effort in Instagram, if that makes sense, right? Because you don't want to experience burnout, and that's something that I ended up experiencing trying to keep up on all 4 platforms. It was just a little too much for me. So I just want to put that out there. Use social media to your advantage. Number 3 is going to be word of mouth. This one is really, really, really important. What I notice is that people watch you way more than you think. Sometimes we would think that people are so involved with themselves, they're not worried about you, which could be true, but people also do watch you. And I've had times where people would tell me things like after watching me, like, I love how you handled that, or I was listening to you. And you know, so I'm saying this to say, like, you want to, I don't want to say be likable, but you want to be someone who is serious. That's number one. The more you show that you're serious about what you do, is the more other people are going to take you serious, right? So that means that in this case, that means that when you get booked, you show up on time. Yeah. You speak with respect and professionally. You don't have to use like this big vocabulary, but be able to speak, articulate yourself, and also listen to the other person. I know a lot of people who, like, they're talking almost over the person that's talking to them. It's like, you have to know when to shut up. For real. Like, for real. You gotta know when to shut up. Like, the person talk and then you talk back. Not you talking over the other person. Like, it don't work like that. So, all of that stuff, it matters because it shapes really who you are, right? It's not one thing that shapes who you are. It's a bunch of different things that do. Like, do you talk loud? I know some artists, I could be working in a room full of artists, and I know some artists talk so loud I could hear the conversation from all the way across the room. That's professional. Unprofessional. Know how to keep it low. If I'm working with a client, I don't have to be so loud. We're right here. We can hear each other. You don't have to be like super duper loud for the whole room to hear you. Some people, they're not conscious of it, but I'm saying that so that you can be conscious of it. Okay? Another thing that go along with word of mouth is how you keep your kit. You know, how you show up. Do you show up looking clean? Is your hair, you know, out the way or just neat? Is your clothing neat? Do you like walk past with a smell? Like, show up your best, because this is how people are going to remember you for next jobs. You know what I mean? So all of those things matters. I work with a whole bunch of artists. I see so many different things on a regular, and a lot of people are not going to tell you to your face what you can change. I'm not going to say necessarily doing wrong, but I would say some people are not going to tell you to your face like, oh, what you can change. They're just going to look at you, probably talk about you later on, and keep it pushing. But from somebody who me, like, I'm going to keep it real, this is it. Like, you have to make sure all these things are lined up. And you don't have to be perfect. No. I'm not saying go there with a face beat, you know, your hair in some new style. No. I have a slick back. This is like day 50 of a slick back, by the way, because my hair fell out. That's a whole nother conversation. But you can go with a slick back, something really simple, you know, little earrings, a little bit of makeup. Well, this is more than I usually wear, but a little bit of makeup, you know, nice clothes. That's it. See how you operate, because that's really what it is. Like, if somebody's gonna say, oh yeah, I know this person, I know this makeup artist, yeah, Shannon, yeah, she's fire, like, she blah blah blah. Like, when they recommend you, there's details that come after that. They don't just say, oh yeah, her. No, there's details that come after that. Like, yeah, she's great, she's always on time, yeah, she's great, she always come with all of her equipment, very professional, she always looks like nice and clean. Like, people say these things, you don't hear it, but it is true. So I'm gonna move on to the last point. I only have 3 here because these are the 3 main points. The last point, I feel like when you reach a certain level in your artistry, this is definitely a good next step to take, and that is working with agencies. Working with agencies is, like, to me, equivalent to like working with a manager, something like that, right? So what they do is they get jobs, no matter what it is, it could be anything, and they send it to the artist. Now, as far as agencies, what I noticed, the same thing is what I'm telling you guys about just cleanliness and, you know, being professional, being on time, being respectful. Those things really matter to those agencies. And that's why you just want to practice that throughout your entire existence when it comes to your business. This is what you want to continuously practice, because as you move up, as you scale up, it's only going to get a little harder. You know, the requirements are going to be there, right? Because as you move up, you start to work with more high profile clients, which requires more effort. But had you already been working on those things that we previously talked about, when it comes to you then moving on to working with agencies and, you know, just showing that they can trust you when they send you out, you know, you get good reviews back to the agency. These are the things that matters, what I mentioned previously. So the agencies are pretty easy to find, pretty hard to get in. They have to really trust you. That's number one. So you have to be a trustworthy person. Like, you can't be someone who say you're going to be there and you're not there. Or you can't be someone who accept jobs and then last minute you cancel because you have another job, or you had something else lined up and you double booked, or whatever the case is, right? Those things, those leave bad impressions. And not only that, is sometimes you don't know the damage that you're causing by not being present. Agencies, you can find them online. Google might be your best friend. You can also find some on Instagram. Anywhere on social media, you'll be able to find an agency. Google is your best friend, because that's how you'll know whether they're like really legit or not. So I would definitely get on Google. They have agencies for hair, for photography, for makeup. I'm pretty sure there's others out there, but these are the ones that I'm seeing as I am looking. I also see modeling agencies. So you have a few out there. You just have to represent yourself well. And if you guys like videos like this, or just want to know like maybe how I keep my kit, or the things that I wear when I go work, or, you know, just anything like my communication style, I will be more than happy to let you all know. And that's pretty much like the end of my video. I could ramble on for hours. My friends actually said that I should do a podcast, because they're saying that I talk too much. But for now, I'm just gonna stay here with you guys on YouTube, and maybe in the future we'll do a podcast, who knows. But for now, I am going to go because I am hungry. I need something to eat, and I will see y'all in the next video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that my videos can reach other people. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.